أنت تقصد عن الميت شيخ؟ للميت عموما هل أجرهما سواء يعني؟ طيب يعني طيب الآن أنا تصدقت مثلا $5 إن شاء الله صدقة مقبولة متقبلة إن شاء الله ويحصل الأجر، وأنا أنفقت هذه $5 شيء يبقى ويستمر بعد حياتي ينتفع به الناس، يستفيد منه الناس على الأجيال على الأجل وقت، طبعا يختلف. هذا يجري وذا قام وخلاص، هذا ما زال يجري 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 يجري. عرفت كيف؟ والله أعلم.
Anwar Ali, London, UK. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How to memorize and understand, especially when you've seen many harmful things in life, the internet, etc.
How to memorize and understand, especially when you've seen many harmful things in life on the internet, etc. Jazakallah khairan. First, go back to the playlist, inshallah, that we've done and devoted for memorization. Secondly is, in time, all wounds heal. Inshallah. All wounds heal in time. So if you saw some rough stuff on the internet, some bad stuff on the internet, you need time. Time. Make dua for Allah to remove it from you. And keep practicing, bidnillahi ta'ala, and get any type of necessary therapy. Islamic therapy, secular therapy, which will allow you to forget and allow those mental scars to go away, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Reading the Quran, making dua, asking Allah to take it from your mind and from your heart, talking to the specialists, as long as it's nothing which is un-Islamic or something which is against the teachings of Islam. If that means you need to go out to a river or a pond and just sit there and get away from it and think and look at the beautiful creation, whatever is therapeutic. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and most importantly, time. And time, all scars will heal, inshallah. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala.
Initials A.M. Springfield, Virginia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Mufti, clarifying my question from yesterday. Is bleeding on one's left hand for a normal, healthy person completely prohibited, or is this a nuisance issue with details?
With regards to the prayer?
Outside of prayer.
Outside of the prayer. Tayyib. The hadith about reclining on your left hand, and how that is the sitting of al-maghdubi alayhim, those whom Allah has become angry with. There's a difference of opinion among the ulama of hadith regarding the authenticity of that narration. So obviously, if you say that's hasan, then he's going to say it's either haram or makruh to sit like that, leaning on your left hand. And if you feel that the hadith is ma'lul, defective, and it's not authentic, then it's permissible until it's authentically proven to be impermissible. Wallahu alam.
Initials A.H. London, UK. Sheikh, how do you know if a potential sister is a rider, i.e. ready to bear the hardship of supporting you seeking knowledge, traveling, possibly low wealth, etc.?
Where's the question from?
London, UK.
Question from London. How do you know if a sister's a rider? If she's going to be there for you, she's going to be a soldier, there with you in the trenches of seeking ilm, so on and so forth. Well, it's like you can know, but at the same time you can't know. There's certain things which you can never ever find out and discover until later on. Or a sister may be a rider or a rider, whatever, in the beginning, but she may quit. She may lose steam. That racehorse becomes limp. Somebody gives up, says, I don't want to do this anymore. You'll never know that until you do it. You may be married, she may be by your side for many years, then later on she says, I'm leaving. I don't want to live like this. All right? Or you may think that she's tough and rough and ready to sacrifice, and later on it was all a game. You'll never ever know. But there are things that Allah shows you from day one. There are signs. Nah? And even if you had a sister and you were married to her for some years, and later on it didn't work, alhamdulillah for the time that you did have. Alhamdulillah for the days and nights that she was there for you. Nah? So therefore, bidnillahi ta'ala, just be upfront and be honest. And be upfront and be honest and tell her, I don't have much, and I don't aspire to have much with regards to worldly possessions. I want to seek knowledge. I want to go overseas. I want to sacrifice. Are you willing to do that? Don't you realize that once you say yes, we're in this together, we're going to do this, we're going to do that? If she says yes, and there are other signs to prove that she's not telling the truth or she's putting on a show, bismillah. There are always signs. Her lifestyle, where she comes from, her pedigree, Everyone understand this? And most importantly, you just keep reiterating the point in the message. Keep reiterating the point in the message. As you're talking with the sister or courting the sister or whatever it is, halal dating, the wali, yeah, you keep what? You keep what? You keep bringing up the same point, inshallah. Rehearse and practice the same thing. Listen, you understand that we're not going to have this, right? As soon as we get married, next month we're going to go overseas. You got it, right? You cool with that? Wahakada. And ask Allah to protect you. And many people, they forget many different recommended sunnahs of marriage. The dua for marriage, the dua when you get a wife, before you consummate the marriage, and many different ways of supplicating to Allah for protection and to ask the good of the woman and for Allah to protect you from the bad and the evil of that woman. And the same applies to a man as well. At the end of the day, no matter what, getting married is always a roll of the dice. Period. And you'll never know until you do it. It's always a roll of the dice. No matter how much prayer you make, istikhara, how much advice, it's always a gamble. And that in itself is ibadah. And that is manifested in what? A tawakkul. I've tried my best. I've given it my all. Now I'm going out. Bismillah. I put my trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone understand this? We're driving with no navigation. Everyone understand this? Wallahu alam.
Initials MI, Birmingham, UK. Assalamu alaikum. What's the ruling on menstruating women washing a deceased? I was once told that only the Hanbalis say it is makruh. Is that correct?
A menstruating woman washing the deceased. Is it makruh? I heard the Hanbalis are the only ones who say it's makruh, so on and so forth. Tayyib. It's very simple. Whatever we have in the authentic hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that prohibits that, that's what we stick to. The Prophet ﷺ forbade a menstruating woman from washing the dead. If we have that, then that's what we stick to. And if we don't have it, then it's permissible. Obviously, there are rulings of a woman washing a body, male or female, husband, etc. A woman having the sabr to do it. If she has the qualifications of washing the body and she's menstruating, if there's nothing which is authentic that prohibits it, then it's permissible to do. When karihahu fulanun wa alan, if this one likes it or dislikes it, it doesn't matter. You understand this? Whether the Hanbalis say that or not. It's about the authentic hadith. Whatever we have of authentic text, that's what we stick to. And if we don't have of authentic text, then we are not forced or bound to that statement or that view. Wallahu alam.
Initials ZD, Toronto, Canada. Assalamu alaikum, Mufti. What are your thoughts on the global movement of climate change? Is climate change a necessary topic to discuss given Allah's decree upon the world's ending?
Tayyib. And the question is from where?
Toronto, Canada.
From Toronto, Canada. Climate change, or some people call it global warming. Is this a necessary topic? Should we discuss it? Allah talks about the end of time, the end of the world, so on and so forth. Tayyib. I think it's a necessary topic to discuss. And that's because it's something that's going on in the world around us. It's something that is being discussed and talked and spoken on, whether it's true or whether it's a lie, whether it's a myth or whether it's a reality. It's something that is happening with regards to, and what I mean by happening is, because the Prince says there's no such thing as global warming, is that the discussion and the scientific research and the debate that's happening. Everyone understand this? That's going on around us. And it's not like it's a small thing, it's a very big thing. All right? So therefore, anything else that's going on in the world around us today of politics, scientific discoveries, cloning, gene manipulation, all of this stuff. When they were asking us about all of these things like this, talk about it and discuss it. We believe in this because of such and such, and we don't believe in that because of such and such. The concept of the earth is creation, is perfection, and man's destruction of the earth. That's something which is clearly spoken on in the Quran. أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا. He who will ruin and make corruption upon the land. That's in the Quran in abundance. لَا تُفْسِدُ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Allah says when it is said to them, don't make corruption in the land, they say, إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُصْلِحُونَ. We only make peace in the land. So the earth and its preservation and how Allah made it for us, for our benefit, is a very consistent theme with the Quran. There's no doubt about that. So anything which is a means of ruining the earth or destroying the earth or disturbing the natural, quote unquote, balance of the earth is something that we as Muslims should be aware of and concerned with. Like anything else, but with facts and the proper percentage. We don't give the concept of global warming or climate change 70% of the time and only talk about salah 30% of the time. Everyone understand this? We have portions and percentages. The same applies to politics. The same applies to any other thing that's going on in the world around us. And many Muslim speakers, they go extreme in this. They give it 80% and only talk about this 20%. And that 20% topic is 10 times more important than the 80% topic. Wallahu alam.
Initials SH, Sheffield, UK. What is the permissibility of taking student loans from Muslims to study medicine, engineering, etc. if there are no other ways to fund higher education?
Student loans for studying engineering and things like this. And there are no other ways of funding higher education. Tayyib. Obviously, we all know student loans are dangerous. That's the least that we can say about them. If a person makes the argument that it isn't riba, or if a person makes the argument that it's riba but it's a necessary harm, no problem. I think we can all agree that they're dangerous. And those student loans are extremely burdensome. And the Messenger of Allah, alayhi salatu wasalam, he has explained to us the seriousness of the debt, in which he said, يُغْفَرُ لِلشَّهِيدِ كُلُّ شَيْءٍ إِلَّا الدَّيْنِ سَارَنِي بِهِ جِبْرِيلُ آنِفًا. He says that the martyr, he who dies on the battlefield in Allah's cause, will be forgiven of all of his sins. That's the earlier version. Then later on he went back to the Sahaba and he says, إِلَّا الدَّيْنِ. It says, except for the debt. Jibreel came back and he told me that the debt is not forgiven even for the martyr. So the seriousness and the weight of debt in Al-Islam is no one can deny and reject that. So you have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or pounds or euros, all of those years of studying. It's not that simple and easy to just go head first and say, I'm going to take it because I need an engineering degree. And I need higher studies and higher learning and higher education. It's very dangerous. And I would humbly say that that's the least that we can what? Say about that. Let alone it's riba and it's impermissible. And just because a person needs or wants a degree, he can now take and eat from riba. We don't have to get into that right now. You understand this? Mortgages and homes, we don't have to get into that. The concept of having that type of weighty debt on your neck and your shoulders, it's not a simple thing. And I don't think that a Muslim should take that type of debt recklessly and without giving it enough forethought. Do I need this degree? If I need this degree, do I need this degree from this university? Are there other degrees? Are there other universities? Are there other professions? And what is an alternative with regards to a scholarship? And if I don't get a scholarship and I can't get this type of education without this type of debt, do I even need it? Whoever leaves off something for Allah's sake, Allah will give him something which is better. All right? So that's my advice, not the Islamic ruling. That's my advice, is to be careful of becoming a slave with these heavy debts and going to college thinking and feeling that I have to get this degree and I have to go to this place in this school to be successful, to have a job, to get married, or to please my parents. That's my sincere advice. All right? It's very dangerous taking that type of money out and repaying that type of money years later, working for all of those years, living as a slave with that type of debt, let alone the issue of interest. Wallahu alam.
Is there any particular etiquette on talking about the Khawarij, especially in light of their Islam?
Is there any particular etiquette in talking about the Khawarij, etc.? Of course there is. وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. Allah says, if you don't know, don't approach. If you have no knowledge, then don't take any steps towards that thing. وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ. Why not? Your ears, your eyes, and your hearts, you'll be questioning about them on the day of judgment. So someone is from the Khawarij, they're not from the Khawarij are kuffar, the Khawarij. If you talk about it, let it be based off of proper knowledge. And if you don't have the proper knowledge, like anything else, don't speak about it. And even if you have the proper knowledge, do you have to say something about it? Do we need to hear your scholastic discussion of the Khawarij? Do we need to hear that? Are there not enough people speaking about it and talking about it? Is there someone who's more qualified and higher educated, more eloquent to talk about the issue than you? So that's my advice. And as we've said many times before, there lies no doubt the people have become crazed and in a frenzy of everyone and their mother is from the Khawarij. And that's dangerous. All right? That's dangerous. And I fear that this craze and obsession with people being from the Khawarij, everyone's from the Khawarij, every person is from the Khawarij, is from political influence. All right? And we have to be careful of that. We have to be careful. Wallahu alam. It's easy to call someone's political enemy Khariji. Simple. It's easy. Oh, this person criticizes my government and my regime. He's from the what? Khawarij. That's simple and that's easy. We have to be careful of that. Wallahu alam. Alhamdulillah. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam wa barak. Ala abdihi wa rasulih nabiyina wa